Hello everyone, welcome to Narayana online classes. We are going to be practicing some basic questions on ellipse, especially the topic normals. Alright, let's start. First question, prove that the condition that the line Lx plus My plus n equal to 0 may be a normal to the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1 is a square by l square plus b square by m square equal to a square minus b square the whole square by n square. Now we don't get prove that questions in the exam, but these questions are good for practice. Alright, let's start. Now we know that, let us start with equation of normal. Alright, and in this case let us start with the parametric form. Okay, so what is the normal equation in parametric form? Ax by cos theta minus by sin theta equal to, yes, a square minus b square. Let us call this equation of 1. Now it is given that this equation 1 is the same as, what is that equation given? Lx plus my plus n equal to 0. Let us call this equation 2. Now we know whenever two equations represent the same curve, we can always compare the coefficients. Mind you, don't equate the coefficients, but compare, meaning we will equate the ratios, correct? So we will say 1 and 2 are same, therefore let us compare the coefficients, right? So a by cos theta divided by L equal to minus b by sin theta upon m equal to, be careful, that is on RHS, this is in LHS, so bring that here, b square minus a square divided by n, correct? That is equation 3. Got it? So a by cos theta upon L equal to minus b by sin theta upon m equal to b square minus a square upon n. So from this, can you tell me what is the value of cos theta? Cos theta is, you keep this here, take cos theta there and bring everything else here. So a by L into n by b square minus a square, correct? Let us carry that. We are just continuing this, cos theta equal to, what did we have there? A by L into n by b square minus a square. And what about sin theta? The sin theta would be, sin theta, look at this, you take sin theta there, bring n here, right? So minus b by m into n by b square minus a square, minus b by m into n by b square minus a square, correct? We know we don't want theta here, right? How do we eliminate? Squaring and adding, correct? So squaring and adding. What do we get? On this side 1, on that side a square by L square plus, we know this part is going to be common, we will take that separately. So let us just directly square and add this. So b square by m square the whole into n square by b square minus a square the whole square. Now look at this and look at that. Are we there yet? Just one step before, because we already have a square by L square, b square by m square. We just have to take this to this side and we have b square minus a square. We are looking for a square minus b square, but that is okay because it's a square. Alright, so bring that here, we will have a square minus b square the whole square divided by n square is equal to a square by l square plus b square by m square. That is the condition we are looking for. Got it? So that is your answer. Yes? Did you get it? Okay, let us proceed. Alright. If a tangent of slope 2 of the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1 is normal to the circle x square plus y square plus 4x plus 1 equal to 0, then the maximum value of AB is what? Okay, so we have a line that is tangent to this ellipse and the slope is given, which means we have to use the slope form, and it is said that it is normal to this given circle. Now we know whenever we are talking of normal to a circle, it has to pass through the center of the circle. That's all the information we need. Alright, so let us write slope, pardon me, any tangent of that slope, right? So tangent with slope m equal to 2 for given ellipse, what will be its equation? Would be y equal to mx plus minus, let us write it, mx plus minus root a square m square plus b square. Correct? So in this case it would be 2x plus minus root m square is 4, so 4a square plus b square. That is the equation of tangent. Now it is given that that tangent is normal to this circle, right? So let us write 1 is normal to given circle, therefore it passes through which point? Can you tell me what is the center of this circle? Center of the circle is minus 2 comma 0. I hope you know how to find center of circle by looking at the equation. So minus 2 comma 0, right? So we have y equal to 2x plus minus root 4a square plus b square passing through minus 2 comma 0. Can we directly substitute it here? So we'll have 0 equal to 2 into minus 2. So minus 4 plus minus root of 4a square plus b square. Yes? So now we just need to simplify this expression. Alright? Okay, let us proceed. We had 0 equal to minus 4 plus minus root of 4a square plus b square. Correct? Bring the minus 4 here and square it, right? So can we directly square it? So we will have minus 4 square equal to, the plus minus will go away, 4a square plus b square. Correct? So we know this is 16. Now let us hold on to this. Let us call this equation, did we have anything there? 1. Alright, so let us call that equation 2. Now the question is asking us what is the maximum value of AB. Correct? So to get AB, now we need to see how to get AB. We will use AM greater than or equal to GM. But for which numbers? For 4a square and b square. 4a square and b square. So substitute, what is the AM of 4a square and b square? 4a square plus b square upon 2 is greater than or equal to, yes, what is the GM? Root of 4a square b square. But from equation 2, I can replace 4a square plus b square with 16, substitute that, what do we get? 16 by 2, 8. So I have 8 is greater than or equal to, look at that is 2ab, correct? I don't have to take a mod because everything is positive, right? So 2ab, and therefore we have AB is less than or equal to 4. That wasn't very difficult, right? But this, you need to think of this in the exam. It should occur to you. Alright, So AB less than or equal to 4. Therefore, its maximum value is 4. Got it? Shall we proceed? Okay, let us proceed. Alright, the normal at a point P on the ellipse x square plus y square equal to 16 meets the x-axis at Q. If M is the midpoint of the line segment PQ, then the locus of M intersects the latus rectum of the given ellipse at which points? Okay, so we have a normal at a point P, the ellipse equation is given, the normal meets the x-axis at Q. Alright, let us see what that looks like. Yeah? So, we have the ellipse and we have a point P from on which we are drawing the normal, which meets the x-axis at Q, and we have the midpoint M. Correct? Okay. Now we need to first find locus of M, and it is said that it intersects the latus rectum of the given ellipse at which points. Okay, so let us first take P of theta. Alright, we will use parametric form. So first let us write the given equation of ellipse in the standard form. So given ellipse is x square by 16 plus y square by 4 equal to 1. Alright, let us call this equation 1. Then normal at a point P. So normal at P of theta. What will be the equation? Yes, AX. What is the value of A? We don't even have to write all that. What is the value of A? 4. So AX by cos theta. So 4x by cos theta minus by by sin theta. B is 2. So 2y by sin theta equal to A square minus B square. So 16 minus 4, 12. Correct? Let us simplify that. Remove 2. So we have 2x by cos theta minus y by sin theta equal to 6. Let us call that equation 2. Alright? Okay. So, now that is the equation of the normal. Now we need to find where it cuts the x-axis. So we need to find coordinates of Q. Alright? 2x by cos theta minus y by sin theta equal to 6. Two x by cos theta minus y by sin theta equal to 6. Correct? Now, coordinates of Q. Q is on the x-axis, so put y equal to 0. So, can we directly write coordinates of Q? Y equal to 0, right? So, x, take cos theta there, 2 there. So, Q would be cos theta into 6 by 2. So, 3 cos theta comma 0. That's it. So if this is Q and we already know P is what, and P is A cos theta comma B sin theta. So 4 cos theta comma 2 sin theta. Correct? So which means M is the midpoint, right? So M is, what are the coordinates of M? Add midpoint formula. So 3 plus 4, 7 by 2 cos theta, comma 2 sin theta by 2, so sin theta. Correct? Now because we need to find locus of M, let us call it some point h comma k. Alright, this is, we are assuming this. Alright, so h comma k is 7 by 2 cos theta comma sin theta. Alright, let us proceed. So we have h comma k equal to 7 by 2 cos theta comma sin theta, right? And therefore Now, by now you would have done enough of such locus questions. We have to get rid of theta, right? So we will find cos theta and sin theta and square and add. So directly, can we say cos theta is, see, h is 7 by 2 cos theta, therefore cos theta is 2h by 7, correct? And k is sin theta, so sin theta equal to k. So squaring and adding, gives what? 1 equal to, on that side, 4h square upon 49 plus k square, correct? So remember this, let us call this as, how many equations do we have now? 2, so let us call this as equation 3. So let us rewrite 1 equal to 4h square by 49 plus k square. We have 1 equal to 4h square by 49 plus k square. This is our equation 3. Therefore, multiply with 49, we have 49 equal to 4h square plus 49k square, correct? So locus of this ellipse, right? So this is locus of, in fact, we can replace h and k with x and y. So let us directly do that now. (49) equal to 4x square plus 49y square. This is the locus of M, correct? Now, it intersects the latus rectum of the given ellipse, right? So, we will say that this intersects latus rectum of ellipse at, what do we know the coordinates of latus rectum? We know that any point on latus rectum would be AE, 0. Sorry, the focus is AE, 0, but on the latus rectum every point has x coordinate as AE, correct? So this intersects latus rectum at, let us just say x equal to AE, right? What is the value of A? 2, right? What the value of A is 4 into E, correct? But we don't know E. So where E is root of 1 minus B square by A square. B square is 4, A square is 16. So root 3 by 4, so root 3 by 2, correct? Which means x equal to 4E, so 2 root 3, correct? Let us mark this as 4. Let us mark this equation, the locus equation, as 4. So x equal to 2 root 3, that result is 5th one. Yeah? So from 4 and 5, what do we conclude? 4 and 5. We can conclude, just substitute x equal to 2 root 3 here. Yes? In fact, by looking at this, you should realize that either C or D is the option. Because 2 root 3, x coordinate is there only in C and D. Alright, so 2 root 3, substitute, what do we get? 49 equal to 4 into 2 root 3 the whole square. So 4 into 3, 12 plus 49 y square. Can you see this is 48? It will go become 1. 1 by 49 equal to y square. Therefore, we can say y equal to, can you see that 1 by 49 is y square, therefore y is plus or minus 1 by 7. Got it? Y is plus minus 1 by 7. X is 2 root 3, and obviously because this is an ellipse, so it will intersect at plus or minus 2 root 3. Correct? And so we have x equal to plus or minus 2 root 3, y equal to plus or minus 1 by 7, and therefore option C is your answer. Is that clear? Yes? Shall we proceed? Okay. Let us proceed. If the normal at any given point on the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1, where a is greater than b, meets its auxiliary circle at q and r such that angle QOR is equal to 90 degrees, where O is the center of the ellipse, then we have to now decide which condition is satisfied by A and B. It's very important to notice that A and B, we are looking for the fourth power of A and B or sixth and eighth power. Okay, such observations help in solving the problem. All right, so let us see what the situation looks like. The normal at any given point on the ellipse. All right, so we have the ellipse. All right, and then let us take a point P, and the normal at this point meets the auxiliary circle at Q and R. All right, so that's the normal, and now we need the auxiliary circle. Yes, so I hope that looks like a circle. All right, so that is the auxiliary circle. The normal meets the auxiliary circle at Q and R. All right, so this point is Q, this point is R. Okay, and here we have P. All right, so at Q and R such that angle QOR is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, this diagram is not exact, but we are going to mark it here that angle QOR, this angle, let us call it theta, and the point P was such that theta is equal to 90 degree. This is just for our understanding. This is not an exact representation of the problem, but we can still solve it with this much understanding. Okay, so theta is 90 degrees. Now we need to find out what is the condition satisfied by A and B. All right. Okay, so yes, the normal at any given point. So let us first find the equation of the normal, right? So normal at P of any general point theta, okay? Sorry, that is theta. So let us take this angle as, let us take this as alpha. Okay, normal at P of alpha would be given by, yes, A x by cos alpha minus B y by sin alpha equal to A square minus B square. Let us mark this as equation 1. And what is the equation of auxiliary circle? Auxiliary circle is given by, yes, x square by y square equal to, what is the radius? Here it is given that A is greater than B, therefore auxiliary circle, the radius is A. So x square plus y square equal to A square. Alright, so then it is given that the normal intersects at 2 points Q and R. We can find the coordinates of Q and R. That will require us to solve these two equations, but you see the question doesn't expect us to find Q and R, because there is a very interesting observation. Q and R are being touched to the origin, right, connected with the origin, and the angle between those two lines is given. Have you seen this situation occur somewhere else earlier? Think about that. This situation, actually you have seen it before. This is a situation where a 2D curve is being intersected by a straight line and the points of intersection are connecting with the origin. That happens when you are homogenizing a curve. Yes, so this is actually a question of homogenization. Alright, so you have to, we can mention that equation of OQ into OR, right? Okay, this is not the right way to put it. We will say the joint equation of OQ and OR. Alright, so the joint equation of OQ and OR is given by homogenizing, right? Homogenization of 2 using 1. This statement is extremely important for your understanding. We are going to homogenize the circle with the equation of normal, and what we get after homogenization is a pair of straight lines. Which pair of straight lines? OQ and OR. Alright, okay, so x square plus y square equal to a square and this. Alright, so let us write that. That is x square plus y square equal to a square into, now here the degree of terms is 0, I want it to be 2, so that homogenization we can get by the equation of normal. We just have to bring the a square minus b square here, right? So we will have 1 by a square minus b square into ax by cos alpha minus by by sin alpha the whole square. Correct? Yes. So now let us call this equation 3. Alright? So this is equation 3. Now I know it looks complicated, but you see again the question has been made that you can directly say the answer because it is given. What is the value of theta? What is the angle between OQ and OR? Given angle QOR, which is theta, is 90 degrees, which means angle between pair of lines, between lines in 3, this pair of lines is 90 degrees. So whenever you have a pair of lines equation where the angle between them is 90 degrees, what is the condition? It's a very nice sweet looking condition, which is coefficient of x square plus coefficient of y square equal to 0. Because of that our problem becomes simpler now. Because what is the coefficient of x square? See, directly by observation I can say this will get squared. From here I will get a square upon cos square alpha, and then from here I'll get a minus 1. So it would be a square by, over here, a square minus b square the whole square into, over there we get a square by cos square alpha. Yes, from there we get a minus 1, and then from there, for, is there space? I think we will have to write it in the next page. Let us remove this. Alright, so a square by a square minus b square the whole square. Yeah? So we have a square into 1 by a square minus b square the whole square into a square by cos square alpha. This is the coefficient of x minus 1 plus coefficient of y. Sorry, coefficient of y square would be a square into 1 by a square minus b square the whole square into b square by sin square alpha. Again, let us write this minus 1 equal to 0. Correct? So there is a minus 1 here, take it to the RHS. There is a square upon a square minus b square the whole square common on both sides, take that also the RHS. Okay, so then we will be left with a square by cos square alpha. Let us write this as a square, hold on, let us write a square by cos square alpha as a square sec square alpha, and then over here we will have b square cosec square alpha, right, on that side equal to 2 times a square minus b square, the whole square goes up, divided by a square. Alright. So that is the situation where we are right now. Alright. So this will have to be equation 4. Okay. So now we need to come up with an inequation at this stage, because you see all your options are in terms of inequations. Also there is no alpha there in the options. So I need to get rid of alpha. That you should realize, which means somehow I need to apply an inequation here. But you are already familiar with this expression. Correct? You have done it in earlier classes that a square sec square alpha plus b square cosec square alpha is always greater than or equal to a plus b the whole square. Correct? So this is greater than or equal to a plus b the whole square. Therefore, this expression 2a square minus b square upon, the whole square upon a square is greater than or equal to a plus b the whole square. Correct? There is no alpha, there is an inequation. Now it's just a matter of simplifying it. Alright? Cross multiply it there. What do we get? We will have 2 times a raised to 4 minus 2a square b square. Yes, 2a square b square plus b raised to 4 is greater than or equal to, on that side take the a square there. So a square into a square, a raised to 4, then 2ab into a square, so 2a cube b, and then a square into b square. Correct? Alright. So we have 2a raised to 4 and a raised to 4, therefore a raised to 4, then minus 2 a square b square and an a square b square. Let us keep that on the RHS, because we want only a raised to 4 and b raised to 4 terms on the LHS. So again there will be a 2 b raised to 4 is greater than or equal to, take the minus 4 a square b square to RHS, so 5 a square b square and then plus 2 a cube b. Can you see that? We have reached our answer, because a raised to 4 plus 2b raised to 4 there, and then 5a square b square and 2a cube b. Got it? So that is your answer. Yes, this one, option B. Got it? Once again, you need to think about this in the exam, that when you get such an expression, we need an inequation and we need to get rid of alpha. Because of that, we have applied this condition and we reached the answer. Got it? Shall we proceed? Okay, let us proceed. Let point P lie on the ellipse x square by 25 plus y square by 16 equal to 1, and normal to the ellipse at P meets the coordinate axis in A and B. If O is the origin and M is the foot of the perpendicular from origin to AB, then options are given for area of triangle AOB and for value of OM. Okay, so we need to find area of triangle AOB and value of OM, and mind you, this is an advanced MCQ, means more than one option could be correct. Okay, alright. So we have this ellipse and the general point P on it. Yes? Okay. And a point P on it, normal to the ellipse, meets the coordinate axis in A and B. Okay. So this is point A, this is point B. From O, we are dropping a perpendicular to AB. So from O, drop a perpendicular to AB. Let us call that point as M. Then we need to find value of OM and area of triangle AOB. Okay. So to begin with, let us first write equation of the normal. Right. So equation of normal at any general point P. So let us use the parametric form. Is, what is that? AX. But what is A? A is 5, right? So let us directly write that 5x by cos theta minus, from there 4y by sin theta equal to a square minus b square, so 25 minus 16, therefore 9. Let us call that equation 1. Now can we see where it intersects the x and y axis? In fact, instead of putting x and y equal to 0, I suggest you directly go for the intercept form. You are already comfortable with intercept form, right? So its intercepts are, instead of again writing the entire intercepts, let us write the coordinates of a and b, right? Which means a is, what is its x-intercept? You bring the 9 here, bring 5 down. So 9 cos theta upon 5. Correct? That is the x-intercept. And y-intercept is, so b is 0 comma, what is the y-intercept? Bring the 9 here and take 4 down. So minus 9 sin theta upon 4. Correct? So now we have coordinates of a and b. I just need area of triangle AOB, right? Which means area of triangle AOB. You see, triangle AOB is a right angle triangle. So half of OA into OB, that's all, right? Half of OA into OB. So half of OA times OB, how much would that be? Yes, that would be equal to half of OA was 9 cos theta upon 5 into 9 sin theta upon 4. Observe that we are not taking minus because we are only taking length, not the coordinates. Okay. So don't take the minus. This is the area which is how much? So 10 into 4, 40, 81 by 40, correct? 81 by 40 into cos theta sin theta. But they are asking for the maximum area of triangle AOB. Now I need to maximize this. You already know how to do that. Convert this into sin 2 theta. So I will write this as 81 by 80. Multiply and divide by 2 here and then multiply. So 2 cos theta sin theta is sin 2 theta. And that I know is less than or equal to, what is the maximum value of sin 2 theta? 1. Right? So less than or equal to 81 by 80 into 1. Correct? So the maximum area of triangle AOB is 81 by 80 square units. So this is right. But this is an advanced MCQ, which means more than one option could be correct. So now we need to find the maximum value of OM. Okay. So observe that OM, this is the equation of OM. 5x by cos theta minus 4y by sin theta equal to 9. Correct? So let us write that equation of OM. Pardon me. So that is not equation of OM, that is equation of normal at P, right? So equation of, let us call this AB. Equation of AB is what? Equation of AB is 5x by cos theta minus 4y by sin theta. Cos theta minus 4y by sin theta equal to 9. OM is simply its distance from origin, right? So which means OM is equal to, directly substitute origin here. So mod of 0, 0 and then bring that, so minus 9 divided by root of 5 square, so 25 upon cos square theta, so let us write it as 25 sec square theta plus here 16 cosec square theta. Correct? Alright, this is OM. Now I hope you are comfortable. We have already used this identity. A square sec square theta plus b square cosec square theta we know is already greater than or equal to a plus b the whole square, but it is in the denominator. So the expression will be less than or equal to the whatever value we substitute in the denominator. Alright, so be very careful here. We know this would be less than or equal to mod of minus 9 upon I can substitute a square sec square theta plus b square cosec square theta, replace it with a square plus b square, correct? So, pardon me, replace it not with a square plus b square, replace it with a plus b the whole square, correct? So, root of a plus b, so 5 plus 4 for your understanding, root of a plus b the whole square and less than or equal to, which is, now we can write it, ignore the mod, so 9 upon 9, which is 1, correct? So OM is less than or equal to 1, so the maximum value of OM is 1 unit, right? So you see option C is also correct and option D, as we showed earlier, they are both correct. Got it? Yes? Shall we proceed? Okay, let us proceed. The normal at a variable point P on the ellipse, x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1 and a is greater than b of eccentricity E meets the axis of the ellipse at Q and R. Then the locus of midpoint of QR is a conic with eccentricity E dash such that, and now we need to find a relationship between E and E dash. Okay? Alright, so let us first see what the situation is. Alright? So we have an ellipse. We are going to assume a standard ellipse, okay, for our convenience. Okay, it is given a standard ellipse. I'm sorry, in the question itself it is mentioned a standard ellipse, okay, and a normal at a variable point P. So once again, let us just mark P. Eccentricity is given E, right? Meets the axis of the ellipse. This is axis, which means both the major and minor axis. All right. So the normal meets major and minor axis at Q and R. Let us draw the normal. Okay. So this is Q. This is R. Okay. And now locus of midpoint of QR. So the midpoint of QR, let us call this M, and let us take its coordinates as h comma k, because we need to find locus of M. All right. Okay, so yes, we need to find locus of M. Okay, so, and it is said that locus of M is another conic with eccentricity E dash. Then we will have to figure out what is E dash. Okay, so let us start with finding coordinates of M. To get M, I need Q and R, right? So let us first write equation of normal at any point P on the ellipse is AX. So AX by cos theta minus BY by sin theta equal to A square minus B square. Correct? Like we did last time, let us directly write the coordinates of Q and R by using intercept form, correct? So OQ is the x-intercept, right? So can you tell me coordinates of Q? Q would be its x-intercept. So bring a square minus b square here and take a down. So a square minus b square into cos theta upon a, that is Q, comma 0, and R is, once again bring this here, intercept form. So, but there is a minus there. So minus of a square minus b square sin theta upon b. But R, its x coordinate is 0. This is the y coordinate. Let us be careful about that. So this would be R 0 comma this y coordinate. Okay. So now we need to write the coordinates of M, right? So, which means M is, apply midpoint formula. What do we get? You see, x coordinate is 0 here and y coordinate is 0 here. So just half of this and half of that. So a square minus b square upon 2a cos theta. A square minus b square upon 2a cos theta and half of this, so minus a square minus b square upon 2b sin theta. theta. This is M, and we know, in fact we know this point is h comma k, right? We have already written that. So M h comma k, correct? Which means I know this is h, this is k. Can we directly write cos theta and sin theta? Cos theta is, bring this here, 2ah upon a square minus b square, and sin theta would be 2bk upon minus of a square minus b square, correct? And we need to find its locus and its eccentricity, correct? So squaring and adding, can we directly, we know squaring and adding, so 1 equal to, yes, square this. Can you see denominator is going to be the same? Okay, so let us write it separately. 4 a square h square upon a square minus b square the whole square plus 4 b square k square upon a square minus b square the whole square, correct? Now can you see this is just another ellipse? Can you see that, right? So locus of M is, yeah, now replace, replace h and k with x and y. So 4a square x square by a square minus b square, a square x square by a square minus b square the whole square, and 4b square y square upon a square minus b square the whole square equal to 1, correct? All right, so let us write this, clearly it is an ellipse. Let us write this in the form of x square by capital A square plus y square by capital B square equal to 1, where we know a square and b square, correct? Where how much is a square? A square is a square minus b square the whole square by 4a square. B square would be a square minus b square the whole square upon 4b square, correct? Yes. Why are we writing it like this? Because now we need to find the eccentricity of this ellipse, correct? Can I say eccentricity clearly would be root of 1 minus b square by a square? Yes? No, don't fall into that trap. First always check whether a is greater or b is greater. Extremely important. Observe this. The numerator is exactly the same, but denominator, we have 4a square here, 4b square there. That denominator is smaller because in the question it is mentioned a is greater than b. This denominator is smaller, therefore clearly, or rather we will say, since a is greater than b, we have b is greater than a, right? Or let us just say b square is greater than a square, which means eccentricity E dash would be root of 1 minus capital A square upon capital B square. How much would that be? Yeah, that would turn out to be root of 1 minus, you see that numerators are same, I can ignore them. In the denominator, this would, 4 is also same, so I can ignore that. 1 by a square upon 1 by b square, which means b square will come up. So it will turn out to be b square by a square, but that is exactly the expression for our original eccentricity, right? Because its eccentricity is also 1 minus b square by a square. So E dash is actually equal to E itself. Got it? So E dash is equal to E. That is your answer. Is that clear? So in steps like this, you should put a star mark because you are likely to make a mistake there in the exam. So keep a star marks for you to revise it later. Got it? Shall we proceed? Okay, let us proceed. Alright, so if the equation of an ellipse is 2x square plus 3y square minus 8x plus 6y plus 5 equal to 0, then which of the following is or are true? Once again, is or are, which means more than one option could be correct. Alright, so then equation of this ellipse, clearly this is not a standard ellipse, right? Could it be a rotated ellipse? No, because there is no x into y term there. Because there is no xy term, so it is not a rotated ellipse, which means it is most likely a shifted ellipse, right? Its axis will be parallel to x and y axis, but center is not origin. I need to find the center. Now what is that form of a shifted ellipse? Simply x minus x1 the whole square by a square plus y minus y1 the whole square by b square equal to 1. I need to now bring it into that form. With that understanding, look at this and try to form squares using x and y. So we will write this as, write given equation as, what are we going to do? We will try to make perfect squares out of x and y. So bring 2 out, x square minus 4x, because there is a minus 8x there, and then from here 3y square and 6y. So 3, bring it out, y square plus 2y, correct, and then there is a plus 5 equal to 0. Why are we writing like this? Because now I know I need to make this into a perfect square. So I know, can you tell me, look at this and tell me which term, which number do we need here? If this is a square minus 2ab, we need b square, which would be 4, correct? Similarly, if this is a square and 2ab, we need b square, here it will be 1, right? So we will write this as 2 into x square minus 4x plus 4, and then 3 into y square plus 2y plus 1, and then remove this 4 and 1. So 2 into 4 is 8, 3 into 1 is 3, so 8 plus 3 is 11, so plus 5 minus 11 equal to 0. Yes, so that I can write it as 2 times x minus 2 the whole square plus 3 times y plus 1 the whole square equal to, on the other side 11 minus 5 is 6, right? Now we need 1 on the RHS, so bring 6 down, we will have a nice equation, x minus 2 the whole square by 3 plus y plus 1 the whole square by 2 equal to 1, which is a shifted ellipse, right? It's a shifted ellipse with its center, right? Let us write that equation again. So we have x minus 2 the whole square by 3 plus y plus 1 the whole square by 2 equal to 1. Let us verify that. Yes. So we know this is an ellipse, with center 2 comma minus 1, right? A square is 3, b square is 2, correct? With that understanding, can we write equation of auxiliary circle? Which means auxiliary circle. What is the radius of auxiliary circle? Yes, a square, correct? Only when a is greater than b. Mind you, always remember this, auxiliary circle, its radius would be a square when a is greater than b, right? And its center we know is 2 comma minus 1, right? So its equation would be x minus 2 the whole square plus y plus 1 the whole square equal to 3 since a is greater than b. That is why we are using a square here. Let us simplify that. That will come out to be x square plus y square, from here minus 4x, from here plus 2y, 4 plus 1 5, and then you bring the 3 here, so plus 2 equal to 0. Is that there? X square plus y square minus 4x plus 2y plus 2 equal to 0. Option A is there, correct? So this is correct. Alright, but that is not done because is or are true, which means more than one option. So we also need to check director circle. In fact, before we proceed, there is an option that says, okay, now we need to look for the director circle. Alright, so equation of director circle, can we write here? Let us try. Director circle what will be the equation? 1 second diameter circle is centered at the center of the ellipse only. So x minus 2 the whole square plus y plus 1 the whole square, correct, equal to, what is the radius, or rather what is radius square? Always it would be a square plus b square, correct? So on this side we will have 3 plus 2, right? So let us simplify that. We have x minus, that is x minus 2 the whole square plus y plus 1 the whole square equal to a square plus b square, therefore 5, which means x square plus y square minus 4x plus 2y, and then 4 plus 1 5, and then 5 will get cancelled, so 0, right? There is no constant, so it will pass through origin. Just an extra information. Okay, so x square plus y square minus 4x plus 2y equal to 0. That is the director circle. Let us label this as equation number, okay, we have not numbered anything here, so yes, let us label that as equation number 1. And so now this is the equation of the director circle, and that is exactly matching, so option B is also true. We have seen earlier option A is true. Now we need to check which point the director circle passes through, right? So we will now check 4 comma minus 2 in 1. What do we get? Check 16 and then 4, minus 4 into 4, so minus 16, and then plus 2 into minus 2, so minus 4 equal to 0. Therefore 4 comma minus 2 lies on 1, correct, which means option C is also correct. Now check option D. Check 4 comma 4 in 1, right? So 4, 16, 4, 16 minus 16 but plus 8. This is not equal to 0, which means 4 comma 4 does not lie on 1. Got it? So option A, B and C are correct, D is not correct. Got it? So all you have to do is simplify this into a shifted ellipse, but for that you need to identify that this is a shifted ellipse. Okay? In general, if something is just a quadratic in x and y with no xy terms, look for completion of square. Once you have done that, rest of it is fairly straightforward. Yeah? Shall we proceed? Okay, let us proceed then. The normal inclined at 45 degrees to the axis of the ellipse, x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1, drawn and meets the major and minor axis in P and Q respectively. If C is the center of the ellipse, the area of triangle CPQ is a square minus b square the whole square upon k into a square plus b square square units. Then the value of k is what? Alright, so there is a normal that is inclined at 45 degrees to this ellipse, which is a standard ellipse. Yeah? So on this standard ellipse, we need a normal that is inclined at 45 degrees. Okay. And then we need to find where it intersects the major and minor axis, correct? So somewhere over here probably, so that this is 45 degrees. Alright, so this point is P, then we have meets the major and minor axis in P and Q. Okay, so that is not point P, let us call that point A. This is not point P, let us call it A, but the normal intersects the major and minor axis at P and Q. Yes? Okay, and then this is the origin. In fact, they have called origin as center of the ellipse as C, right? So it is also the point C. Alright, so we need to find area of triangle CPQ. But from the diagram itself, it should be very clear to you that CPQ is a right isosceles triangle. Correct? Which means if I just find the length of CP, CP has to be equal to CQ. Correct? Okay. So how much is CP? CP is actually the x-intercept of the normal. So now all we have to do is figure out the normal equation for which slope is, what is the slope? Tan 45 degrees, 1. So figure out the normal equation for which slope is 1, figure out its x-intercept, it is equal to y-intercept, and then area of triangle. Correct? Okay. So with that understanding, let us say equation of normal at any point. Now we don't know where A lies, so let us take the parametric form, right? Is A square, so AX by cos theta minus BY by sin theta equal to A square minus B square. Correct? Now slope, given slope of 1 is 1, correct, tan 45 degrees. Therefore, now if its slope is 1, observe very carefully. Take that on the other side, bring it here. So A by cos theta into sin theta by B equal to 1, which means A by B tan theta is 1, which means tan theta is B by A. Correct? Tan theta is B by A. But we don't need tan theta, we want the x-intercept, right? But OP equal to OQ. Why? Because 45 degrees. OP equal to OQ is how much? Look at this. Once again, intercept form. So bring the A square minus B square here and take A down. So A square minus B square into cos theta upon, bring that A down here, A. Right? So now tell me, if tan theta is B by A, how much would be cos theta? Yes? Think about that. So we are looking for A square minus B square upon A cos theta, where tan theta equal to B by A. So if tan theta is B by A, this is opposite, this is adjacent. Therefore cos theta would be A by root A square plus B square. Okay? It would be A by root A square plus B square. Alright? For our convenience, we are taking theta in the first quadrant. So everything is positive. So we don't have to consider other options of negative terms. Okay? So A square minus B square by A cos theta is, sorry, this is cos theta. I should have been careful. It is not equal to this expression. Only cos theta is equal to that expression. Right? So it is equal to A square minus B square upon A into A by root A square plus B square. Correct? So, which means, see, this is OP and OQ are both equal to that value. A will get cancelled. We have A square minus B square upon root of A square plus B square. But area of, we have to find area of triangle CPQ. Area of triangle CPQ, and C we are using because we know C and O are the same, is area of triangle OPQ. Yes? Triangle OPQ, which is half of OP into OQ, because it is a right isosceles triangle. So that is half of OP square. So whatever this is, it's square. A square minus B square upon root of A square plus B square the whole square. Now if you observe, we have an A square minus B square the whole square in the numerator. This square root and perfect square, they will go away. So A square minus plus B square in the denominator and a K, which is 2, which implies K is equal to simply 2. Yes? 2 is your answer. So all you had to do was find the intercepts and then apply the condition that slope is equal to 1. Got it? Yes. So 2 is your answer. Okay, is that clear? Shall we proceed? All right. Okay, so we have reached the end of the session. Thank you.